The project's main premise is to create an urban village, a complex that encourages residents not only to make it their permanent home, but to embrace the idea of forging a cohesive and family-like community. The initial concept for our project grew out of considerations regarding two fundamental aspects of urban living: the public dimension and the private dimension. The spatial design of residential developments, where human relations are paramount, must strive to accurately render this existential duality. To accomplish this, we pursued a simple urban design, easily read, where two blocks of built structures, the main building and the terrace houses, face a large central public courtyard. On an urban scale, the main building and the terrace houses represent the edges of two larger systems, the city and the residential areas, brought into contact by the fluid passage through the courtyard created by Gresson's Lane. The courtyard is also the first section of a proposed slow green walkway linking the city to its river. Starting from Latimer Square, pedestrians will be offered a nature walk as an alternative route to the area's urban streets. The design contrasts the geometric regularity of the terrace houses and the articulated main building, proposing an urban complex made of separate elements that can be added on or taken away without disrupting the balance of the overall composition. To guarantee residential quiet and privacy, the entrances to the main building are all in the courtyard. The terrace houses have both front and back entrances to allow easy contact between neighbors. Traffic is reduced to the minimum on the site. The 3 vehicle access roads all have controlled entrance barriers. All the apartments in the main building have parking places in the underground garage, and all the terrace houses have good-sized 2-car garages. To provide a better quality of life, all the dwellings have outside spaces, terraces with views over the city for the main building and gardens, and sun terraces in the terrace houses. The quality of the open spaces helps establish a vital and stimulating relationship with the surrounding environment. In the terrace houses, adjacent gardens can be interconnected by eliminating fences, opening up outdoor space to more than one house. The private dimension is guaranteed by the design's careful layout. All the dwellings in the main building and in the terrace houses are free of shared walls between neighbors, and the stairwells act as buffer zones to reduce noise pollution. Natural light has been optimized in both types of dwellings. In the main building, the articulation of the long north-south axis allowed for a layout that has east-facing bedrooms that get the morning sun, and living rooms with western exposure for afternoon sun and evening sunsets. This frees the central part of the building for the kitchens, bathrooms, and laundry rooms. The terrace houses have north-south exposure. The cold south facade is fairly closed, housing mostly kitchens and bathrooms. The large windows in the living rooms face north, overlooking the gardens. Residents can opt for installing solar panels on the north face of their sloped roofs. The east facade of the main building facing the courtyard and the north facades of the terraced houses facing the private gardens have large windows. Sliding wooden screens give the facades different looks depending on their positions, as residents reduce or increase the brightness in their homes. The same wooden screens filter light from the windows and loggias on the other side of the main building. The same wooden screens filter light from the windows and loggias on the other side of the main building. The project creates a social mix by offering a wide variety of dwellings, many interchangeable, all with disabled access and easily adapted for handicapped residents, plus a variety of public and community spaces. Each buyer can select a dwelling that differs from the rest without affecting compositional balance or overall layout. Small and medium-large-sized homes, some multi-floored with shops or workshops on the ground floor, all with gardens or terraces. We believe this flexibility in typology to be one of the most significant elements in escaping from the excessive uniformity which the consolidated typologies of modern architecture often constrain us. The use destinations for the stores and commercial areas were proposed with the aim of encouraging the community to live the village, providing uses that respond to basic requirements. The Early Childhood Center, the Healthcare Center, a post shop, corner store, restaurant and bookstore cafe with outdoor spaces, the offices and workshops all help control and manage the open spaces in the courtyard during the day as well as in the evening. The vegetable gardens and community barbecue create more opportunity for the courtyard to have a vibrant life. The reflecting pool and fountain in the center of the courtyard provide the community with a place for children to play and cool off in the hot months. A bandstand is placed near Bookstore Cafe's outdoor seating area. With regards to the layout of the public spaces and the use of open spaces, special importance is given to the centrally placed community area dedicated to the various activities of the urban village's inhabitants, including community meetings with an equipped DIY workshop, a place where residents can make and learn to make small repairs. The ground floor of the main building also houses the bike parking area with steel columns to lock the bikes to and a workshop for repairs. The landscape scheme proposes a garden area as a testimonial and repository of knowledge of the historic landscape of Christchurch. A garden with experiential and teaching qualities, including highlighting seasonal changes with variation in color, that takes on the role of sustainable living laboratory, where the kitchen gardens are a constant learning experience. The references for the project hark back to the typical ecosystem of plant material and an opportunity born of compatibility with the local climate, sustainability, and ecological potential. Protecting the garden from the southeast winds, large shrubs are dominated by the crowns of the Sophora microphylla and their impressive seasonal color. The project's resilience is another primary concern. The development has been designed to adapt in the best possible way to its various uses and to guarantee the quality of its initial state over time. The design is concerned with encouraging residents' ability to see themselves as involved in the long term in the proposal for living, a place where the spirit of community and the values inherent in community living prevail.